let us suppose that my home is held in a land trust, and the beneficiary of that trust beyond myself is my daughter. When I pass, the beneficiary of the trust, number one, becomes my daughter. However, the trustee and so forth remain the same. What are the liabilities on this?
Yeah. Hoyt, be more specific for me. Are you talking about real estate taxes? Where are you going with this, Hoyt?
I'm talking about my daughter automatically receiving my home, all right, upon my death. Now, there would be no change in the Orange County records as the house is held in a land trust.
Earlier in the show, I was talking about this. Somebody texted us. They said, Tom, because I've lived in my home for a very long time, my real estate taxes are artificially low. Okay, because they can only raise the assessed value of your home no more than 3% per calendar year. Yep. And she said, when I pass away, will my kids get the benefit of that? The answer is no. When mom passes away, this is where the county will take this opportunity to raise the assessed value of your home up to market value, and they're going to, if you've got a real savings, it's going to be a substantial jump.
Correct.
Yeah. So what Hoyt is saying is, well, first of all, we typically don't put homes in the name of the trust, but when we do, or when I've seen other attorneys put a home, your homestead where you live, in the name of the trust, it does allow you to continue to get homestead exemption. The property appraiser's website will make you show the magic language within the trust.
Right.
Okay, so let's not get hung up on that, but there is magic language.
Right.
And so what Hoyt is saying is that, okay, I own my home in the ABC trust.
I get it.
I get homestead exemption. I've got artificially low real estate taxes. And when I pass away, all that's going to happen is that my daughter's going to become the beneficiary of that trust. How would the county know that I've died and now my wife or my daughter owns it? I can tell you one way. It's really just occurred to me.
Well, of course.
He's trying to game the system. Let's just say that.
I completely understand what he's trying to do, but I'm curious what your answer is.
Here's my answer.
Yeah.
Okay. And Hoyt, hopefully you're still listening. Every January, we get a card from Orange County Property Appraiser's website. It says you are entitled to homestead exemption for this. Kind of came in January for 2023.
Right.
If anything has changed, you need to let us know. And that card comes addressed to you and me. All right.
Right.
So let's just say that Hoyt puts his plan in place, and Hoyt has passed away, and the daughter gets this card from Orange County or any county you happen to live in. It's addressed to Hoyt.
And it would be her legal obligation to let them know.
Yes. That's how they're going to find out. Now, if Hoyt said, hey, what if she doesn't tell the county that things have changed? Well, believe me, folks, I have had plenty of clients over the years that have tried to
get around
game the system, or sometimes unintentionally.
Right, understand, yeah.
Violate the homestead exemption. Man, when they get caught, back taxes, penalties, and interest. Man, property appraiser's website, property appraisers do not like it when you are wrongfully claiming homestead exemption for real estate tax saving
purposes. For any reason.
Yeah.
For any.
So just for example, I'm going to give you some examples, okay? If you own a home in another state and you're claiming homestead exemption up there and you're claiming homestead exemption in Florida's checking that out.
They're finding out.
They're not going to allow you to claim homestead exemption in two places. I've had a married couple before that said, Tom, I have a home in Orange County. She's got a home in Leon County. We're both claiming homestead exemption. Guess what? They're checking other counties.
Oh, yeah.
And by the way, they're saying, well, he was even saying, Tom, we're separated. We're still married. We're separated. She's got her home. I got my home.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter, yeah. So
I think that your answer is absolutely right. That card is really the ticket, because if daughter does anything other than tell the county the truth, she's liable for, at a minimum, back taxes when they do find out, because at some point penalties and interest at a minimum, but there also could be some other legal penalties to her for, again, because what she was doing was falsifying information.
Let's take it another level too, and that is this. Okay, so folks, what we're talking about is this: is that if it's your home, it is a home you live in, and you have applied for homestead exemption, the property appraiser's website will knock $50,000 off the assessed value of your home every year. That will save you about $750 a year in real estate taxes. The other thing that a homestead exemption gets you is that the property appraiser's website cannot increase the value of your property by any more than 3% in any calendar year. Again, folks, this is for the home you live in.
Homestead only.
This is not your vacation condo or your rental property,
exactly.
Okay?
Correct.
And so people are interested in getting this homestead exemption because it's money, saves you money.
Exactly.
The property appraiser's website is always on the lookout for cheats.
Yes.
And by the way, if you go to their website, there'll be words on there like, "Do you know somebody who's claiming homestead exemption that shouldn't be? Please let us know."
Exactly.
Okay?
They're really on it. In other words, they're on it.
So I had a client come to me a few years ago, and she goes, "Tom, it is my home. I got a letter from the property appraisers that they're taking away my homestead exemption. They want back taxes, penalty, and interest. They're canceling it." And I go, and we both wonder why. And the reason is that for some reason it was her home, but the power bill was not in her name.
Wow.
So the property appraiser's website
found that
they're
out.
actually looking, if you're claiming homestead exemption,
they're looking to see,
is the power bill in your name? Is this the address you're using for them to mail your annual real estate tax bill to? And they may be looking at one or two other things. But the point about that story is they're looking for people who are claiming homestead exemption who are not entitled to it.
Right. In other words, they are putting in resources as far as doing that. And I think, aren't I correct, that one of the key reasons why all the counties in Florida they really are on this is because that is the way that they get revenue. And Florida, for example, has no income tax.
Exactly.
So this is the way for the state and the individual counties to get revenue.
Yeah.
That's why they have to be on top of it.
Yeah.